Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. A no uttered from the deepest conviction is better than a yes uttered merely to please, or worse, to avoid trouble. An ounce of patience is worth more than a ton of preaching. The only virtues I want to claim is truth and nonviolence. I lay no claim to superhuman powers. I want none. Without action, you aren't going anywhere. See the good in people and help them. There is more to life than increasing its speed. An eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. It is better to be violent if there is violence in our hearts than to put on the cloak of nonviolence to cover impotence. I am prepared to die, but there is no cause for which I am prepared to kill. We win justice quickest by rendering justice to the other party. Purity of personal life is the one indispensable condition for building up a sound education. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Imitation is the sincerest flattery. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Change yourself. You are in control. A man is but a product of his thoughts, what he thinks he becomes. I suppose leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. Where there is love, there is life. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Justice that love gives is a surrender. Justice that law gives is a punishment. There is no path to peace. Peace is the way. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is an attribute of the strong. Intolerance is itself a form of violence and an obstacle to the growth of a true democratic spirit. Fear has its use, but cowardice has none. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Freedom is not worth having if it does not connote freedom to err. Freedom is never dear at any price. It is the breath of life. What would a man not pay for living? You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. Truth stands even if there be no public support. It is self-sustained. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. Indeed, one's faith in one's plans and methods is truly tested when the horizon before one is the blackest. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Man should forget his anger before he lies down to sleep. Anger is the enemy of non-violence, and pride is a monster that swallows it up. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. Everyone who wills can hear the inner voice. It is within everyone. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still voice within. Those who know how to think need no teachers. The future depends on what we do in the present. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Our greatest ability as humans is not to change the world, but to change ourselves. Service without humility is selfishness and egotism. It does not require money to live neat, clean, and dignified. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Relationships are based on 4 principles: respect, understanding, acceptance, and appreciation. Strength does not come from winning. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Carefully watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Manage and watch your words, for they will become your actions. Consider and judge your actions, for they have become your habits. Acknowledge and watch your habits, for they shall become your values. Understand and embrace your values, for they become your destiny. The enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. Seek not greater wealth, but simpler pleasure, not higher fortune, but deeper felicity. Our greatest ability as humans is not to change the world, but to change ourselves. There are 2 days in the year that we cannot do anything, yesterday and tomorrow. In doing something, do it with love, or never do it at all. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Honest disagreement is often a good sign of progress. Each night when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning when I wake up, I am reborn.